What is the deal, beautiful people? Welcome to Lifestyles Defined. My name is Ramon. This is another episode of AMA. How this works is you ask your questions in the comment section below and we will answer them in upcoming videos. Today's question comes from Ayush Pandey. I hope I didn't butcher your name. And he asks, is Continuum really the savior of Windows mobile platform? At this point, I don't think God can be the savior of the Windows mobile platform. There are so many moving parts to this thing, this equation, that are wrong at the moment. And I think equally impressive or detrimental, depending on how you look at it, there are equally amounts of points that were addressed and continue to be addressed and done correctly by Microsoft. So it's like you do all of this hard work and you still haven't gotten it right. God damn. But anyway, Continuum, for those of you who are not aware, Continuum is this dope mode that allows a Windows phone to be doubled and essentially be a computer when docked via HDMI or some other connector, or WiDi, I believe, to a mouse, a keyboard, and a monitor. And there's a lot of different dope stuff that goes on in there. Like if you don't have a mouse, you can use, when in Continuum mode, you can use the phone itself, the touchscreen, as a mouse. Like I just said, you can do it wirelessly with WiDi. There's a lot about Continuum that's dope, and this pretty much works because Microsoft painstakingly made Windows one core, one set of code with different platforms. So Windows 10 on a tablet, Windows 10 on a laptop is the same as Windows 10 on the Xbox, is the same as Windows on your phone. And they just all have different user interface, but the same core. Now, is Continuum the savior of Windows Phone? The answer to that is definitely not. And there's a big asterisk about Windows Continuum that a lot of people like to ignore, and that's the fact that you cannot run traditional x86 applications. So you can't just get an exe and put it on your phone and run it and be like, no, it doesn't work that way. And I think it's very misleading that Microsoft been marketing Continuum the way they have. I mean, they're about 60 to 70% of the way, right? So the way you run applications or install applications on your Continuum experience, and just to recap, Continuum is when the phone is docked to a mouse, a keyboard, and display, and it now becomes a computer, is you have to install these apps from the start. You have to install these apps from the store. So things like Outlook, Word, Internet Explorer, because again of that one Windows code, these are the full-blown versions of these applications, and that's all well and dandy, but there's no version of Photoshop. So what kind of Photoshop would you have? I don't know. You'd have Photoshop Express or Photoshop Elements that you would find in the Windows App Store. And that is the Achilles heel there. The App Store is not strong. Now, I also think that's part of the dopeness outside of Continuum, right? The Windows App Store, I think, is what will make or break Windows Phone. And I say this because I'm looking to publishers like Adobe. Adobe just recently updated the version of Lightroom on Android and iOS, and they're starting to really merge a lot of the features, like you can sync your libraries and have them available through the cloud, and a lot of the core power editing tools that you find on Lightroom in the desktop application is now in the mobile. And to me, that signifies the shift of an era. Like, they get it. Mobile is important. And I think Microsoft, outside of anyone, is making it 1,000 times easier for the developers to really jump ship into this world. So much so that they can completely redesign Adobe for the PC. I'm talking Photoshop, I'm talking Premiere, Lightroom. Redesign these apps to be universal apps, and you can then scale down. So you take the same app that's available in the Windows Store, but then you also make it available on the phone, and then all of a sudden, these phones will sell themselves to professionals. So I think the store is more the important part. And we've heard that before, right? Like, there's no apps. Like, we get it, there's no apps. I'm not talking about the store saving the platform from that angle. I'm talking the angle of attracting the developer to make or redesign his code to run on the PC, and then also have the ability to have it scaled down or left or right on the Xbox, right? Certain apps that have applications and use cases out there for that stuff. And then it goes the other way around. So you take something like SixTag, which is, we all know what SixTag is. It's a third-party Instagram app, super dope, super talented developer. You can take his already wildly popular app, and now when he makes it a universal app and it touches down on the desktop, there's Instagram on your PC with so much more function than the Instagram Facebook would make. That is huge, and I've been waiting for that. He's been rumored to, well, he said he was working on it, but I'm still waiting for it. So Continuum is dope. It's crippled right now. Outside of the issues and the quirks that it has, it is dope, but there's still a long way to go there. They got to get the big boys on board. They got to get these productivity apps there. Adobe Suite, find a way to get AutoCAD in there. Whatever creative apps exist that have a mobile extension, Microsoft needs to push these development houses to get it done. That's how they save Windows Phone, I think. Thank you for your question. Hope you liked the video. Like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Ramon. I'm out of here. Peace. From the deep forest into